is this unnecessary fear that's going around. It's actually hurting. I wouldn't say hurting the artist. The artist will try to find a way, but it's hurting the climate and the platforms. That makes it limiting for us because we can't do this, we can't do this, we can't do this, and we will be restricted to the same few safer bets. Working with students and seeing student work coming out, the same tropes are coming out all the time. And sometimes I ask my students, why aren't you doing something else? Why don't you go beyond these limitations? Oh, because we've seen something like that and that has won an award and that works. And I say, okay, how about doing something beyond just what works? No, we want to achieve. So now I can see a clear reason. My motivation is expression. Their motivation is some kind of validation, some kind of awards, or some kind of I have done something, therefore I am good. Maybe they're still seeking. They're at the phase where they're still seeking something like this. But comes back down to fears that limits us and telling us why we should make films so that we can get a certain funding or so that we can get win a certain competition, forces us to only make films based on the criteria of a competition. And that is not very progressive for a growing society in this case.
I think the four-letter word I always want to say is fear. A lot of local films or filmmakers, they are just worried about this four-letter word: fear to make, fear to see, and then fear to do. So I feel that we don't have that, that spirit of coming together, make different kind of films. Like in my biggest hope is always like in American 70s cinema. That was when everyone comes out. They do independent cinema. That was when all these big guys, when they were doing small things, George Lucas and Spielberg and Roger Corman producing all these low budget films. So I hope that movement will translate here. But I haven't seen that since 10 years ago. I was saying that, but now 10 years later, still haven't seen that movement. That's where I met Khan. So I was telling him about all this movement, this indie movement that we need to have, but I still haven't seen it till this day. Nobody dares to do anything.
I won't be so cool to say I'm fearless. In fact, I find that I'm fearful. I'm fearful I'm fearful that my work won't matter. I make films to express my own fears, my own hopes, and my own dreams. And sometimes, after getting the work out, it won't matter. So this fear thing is real. We talk about it from an external, like why are you afraid? But we do have our own, whether it will not be shown, or whether it will not be understood, or whether it will not be seen, or whether it will not even be given a chance.